Okay, it looks like we're live. Awesome. I don't know how this sounds. Let's hear it in my software. All right, it sounded good enough. Let me go and do here, and I'm just going to kick up the noise suppression a little bit more. All right, that should be fine. Alrighty, everything should be good on the stream side of things. Okay, so earlier this morning, I got this working again before I started work. And so this is kind of just what that looks like. Yeah, I added some quick tests in there. You'll see a bunch of the code base as we get into it. But anyway, this is what we're working with now. I also pulled in both SoulsFormats and Souls templates just so I can kind of look at them in VS Code rather than in the browser, which I was doing before, which made it so you couldn't see what I was actually doing, which isn't ideal. Yeah. Because I'll pull up like documentation in my web browser, but you should be able to see the actual like template file. Like if I go into here, I looked into DCX a lot. Not plain text. C, please. Why is it? Oh yeah, we don't got to worry about the errors. I really wish I could disable them actually. Can I? I don't want it to do that. Oh my goodness, no. I don't want to deal with that. It'll be fine. We'll just try to ignore the errors, I guess. I just don't want it to be. Just remove it. I want to. I don't want any of this. This is annoying me. Oh yeah, if I just kill the compiler, does it? I'll just. This is because I got a what's it called? Can I exclude things from the automatic IntelliSense? VS Code exclude file from error checking and just disable error highlighting. Make to exclude. We won't worry about it. We're just gonna deal with the fact that this is gonna yell that there's a million errors at us. Should be fine, right? It'll be fine. Who cares if there's errors? We're not worried about that at the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're now using an arena allocator instead of the general purpose allocator. And if I actually run this, let me clear all of this. Here we go. BND3. And this is very simply, I just completely changed the main, of course, for argument parsing for the file path, so I can just kind of reference something immediately and not have it hard-coded, because, well, that's just not a great idea. besides that, I also got it working again. I'm not sure in what way it started working again in terms of like it's working, but I don't remember which of the things I did that actually got it working again. It just kind of started to once I started using the arena allocator and everything. So yeah, you gotta love programming. Gosh. Okay, but in terms of that, we have a lot of things working that weren't working before, i.e. the entirety of everything. But we can now go into BND and start turning everything that's left into files, if I remember right. So we'll actually go in and check that. We are looking at BND 3. Here we go. So it's BND 3. We're just gonna figure file association. It's just, I'm sure we could make it look like something else. And it wouldn't auto compile. I'm not sure what though. Maybe I could do CUDA C++. No, of course not. What else could I try? I don't think I have a C# extension. No, but that gives us barely anything to look at. F#, nope, even less. I love having to argue with my syntax styling. Sure, Go. Go gives us some highlighting without auto-compiling everything. So that should be good. We're just going to delete that because that doesn't matter. Okay. Awesome. So we can now look at our SoulsFormat template thing and then go back into our actual code. So we'll actually, yeah, BND. So, 1 second here. And then we'll get right into working on the BND header a little bit more. All right. Okay. So we're looking at the header right now in this section. Magic, BND 3, and then we get the 8 for byte. Then raw format, which we label as binary, big endian, and big endian, and an unknown byte, which we know to be 0. Then our format, which is something we were running into before, which was how do we process that format? Because I'm not used to bit manipulation. I haven't done much of that. So we'll see how that goes. I could look up. Let's look up bitwise operations in the Zig documentation. Let's see here. Let's see here. Is it just in operations? Operators, table of operators. Okay. So we're looking at okay. Here we're into the bit ones. Bitwise and. Okay. Looks pure type resolution for the operands. Okay. So okay, so it's just bitwise and it works on integers only in Zig. That makes sense. So we're just going to say in format down here. So let's try standard testing expect. This is DCX. No, this is BND. BND. this turn into bnd dot bytes dot length? Sure. Because it's just bytes, right? Yeah, it's bytes after that. We won't worry about that at the moment. bnd dot header dot, we're looking at format. And then over here, we have a lot going on. Okay. Equals. My goodness. Yeah, let's. And then this is, we got a ternary here. I don't remember how to read ternary. I don't program in React. Ternary C#, I think. Oh no, it'd just be C. Ternary operator in C. Okay, so it's just simply so if it's okay, I just need to like the true false sites. Yes, I only read about ternary operators anytime I'm looking at someone else's code because I don't use them. I like if else. It works fine. Okay. So the false is on the right and the true is on the left. Okay. My goodness, that took way too long to Google. So that's the condition. True, false. Okay. Let me write this in a way that doesn't confuse me. Let's just pull this over. The format. This is so weird to me. So this is local. This is calculating just its own thing, isn't it? Yeah. Local, I think, doesn't mean it's part of the struct. Okay. In that case, this is just format flags. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. I want to check. Okay, so we'll do Indian, built-in Indian, and then what else are we looking at? I think that should be fine. This is looking at header format, which is up here, which I'm not worried about at the moment. So we just want to do copy this over. I don't care about that. And we'll hide that too. Hide all of that as well. Okay. Let's just. If I open this, yeah, it's still gonna think that that's the not go. I'll worry about that later. I'm not worried about it at the moment, at least. Okay, BND, NDN. Well, you won't worry about the test at the moment because I need to actually write it into the read. So, dot NDN equals dot built-in dot NDN dot big. Actually, it won't else, or not else, little, unless we see up here, which we'll do const NDN. Grab this. Undefined at the moment. Yeah, and use local constant. So if else header dot big endian equals 1, I believe, or let's just not worry about that at the moment. NDN equals yep. And then there we go. Okay. File count, file headers, and okay. So essentially, we have the raw flags, and we have 3 unknowns, and then we have the U byte flags. We don't actually need this. Compress size, data offset. No, there we go. And then if these formats are the way that they are, we have other information. So let's work out the header format thing. So we'll do for header dot format. What did I call them again? Just big endian. And then, does that even work? Is that working the way that I think it should work based on what I see over here? Expected type bool found U8. Okay, so how is this logic kind of piecing in? Header format. Okay. This is just a bitwise and. So it needs to equal something. Okay, so bitwise and. This isn't what I'm looking for. Format and okay. I'm not sure why it's complaining. Because back up here, format. If I do header format, I want this as hex. Sure. We'll do it on a new line. Let's do this for the moment. Valid format string H. Oh, do I have to do it as B? Yeah. So if I go back over to here, I want to look at okay. So we have that. So it's 101.001. So if I'm understanding this right here, let me just that the way that this is set up is that it knows these last two are 0. All right. And so, I guess if I do that, yeah, it's still saying that that's fine. And so this is little endian, this file, right? Maybe. So if I do log debug, I don't remember header again, because we just want this to be it's just D, right? Yeah, it's 0. So this is in fact little endian. Right? Because that's from what I understand to be the situation with that. An expected type bool found UA. Yes. Let me see, because this is just how Zig wants the actual bit to be evaluated. I guess if this gives me a U8, I'll just print this, right? Like, I mean, I just need to figure out what this value is. We'll just do log debug. Or, sorry, D. Oh yeah, var. There we go. Equals 1. Or double equals 1, right? That's how I should do it. So, or that double equals 1. I think that's right, right? Okay. Back in main, we're gonna just go ahead and print as well. So log end.header dot guess big endian. That should be 0, right? Because this is a little endian. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I don't need to do the new line thing. Yeah. And all the messages about the state of the program. Yeah, okay. And then let's just make sure. So we are currently looking at... I should make this a little bit bigger for people who are joining. So we're looking at big endian or little endian, and we now know that this file is in fact a little endian. The one we're looking at specifically, which is from Dark Souls Remastered. Okay, so let's, now that I get this bit, let's actually structure out reading that format. So header.format. Because it has raw formats, we're gonna just do format blacks. And we'll just do, what is it, U8? Is that gonna work? I think that's gonna work. So we'll say, actually back over here, var format flags equals header dot raw format. And the way it's doing it, or okay. This is our first thing. Look at that. So header dot, and then and okay. But it's and the result of this ternary. Okay. What is most significant? We're checking flag 7. Interesting. Flag 7. Okay. I don't want to do a ternary like this. We're just gonna not. Fine, do it. And that, right? Because it's. I don't even know if Zig has ternary now that I think about it. Bit reverse. Header dot raw format. Right? Because it doesn't have expected after statement. Maybe I have to this and another thing. Yeah, I figured. Okay, so let's move this over for a second while we work on this line of nonsense. And okay, so if not, I don't know why it's like this. Okay, we're just gonna flip it. So that looks nicer to me. So I don't care about this. We're just gonna, no, I don't care about that right now. Because we'll just come back down later on and just say, hey. We're making a struct based off of whether or not these things exist. Interesting. I don't know how I'd make this in Zig at the moment. Because there's, I mean, I could make 9 different files. No. I'm curious, what is the file we're specifically working on? That is something I want to know. I'm kind of hard coding for the file that we're already working with. What is format coming from? Thought I took that out. Raw format. Give me back my indentation, thank you. Because I doesn't want to pull that out at the moment. Oh, my eye is so itchy. I guess we don't need to. I still need to do that. Because we'll just read it in the actual header. This is what determines, okay. Regardless, we're going to want a file array. All right. And then dot files equals, sorry, file. Call that, we'll just leave that for now. Var files, we'll just leave it as is. Okay. I guess. It's a good way to do this. I'm not entirely certain what's the best way to do this. Let's see. So I'm curious. Is there a decent way to do this? Struct. Having optional types in a struct is weird. First, I am just curious what header formats we're working with here. Yeah. So in that case, I'm going to just go ahead and say yeah, let's just test to see what bit flags we're even doing. Debug, we'll just do okay, and now it should be Q. And then we'll do header dot raw format. Change that back before I forget. Header for raw format, and then we're just gonna check IDs. That's not what I meant to. Okay, we're gonna go back. There we go. IDs. And then 3 of these total. Names 1. Where's bitwise or bitwise, or it's just okay. Or header raw format and names 2. And then this one is compression, simply. Compression. Okay. What just happened? Format and struct. No field named format. Oh, raw format. That's what raw format. There we go. Thank you. Found void. Okay. Not gonna worry about that at the moment. Stop pestering me. Okay. So we do have compression. I think. Yeah, compression. No names, no IDs. We're just gonna do compressed size I32. That's all we're gonna worry about right now. Okay, so if data offset, okay. Makes reasonable sense. So while do while red bytes 0, while red bytes is less than remaining bytes dot length, we will try reader dot read this is weird to figure out because it'll be of a const do bnd file equals extern struct. We'll just do file and then bytes d-weights. So we'll just read struct file file header equals that, and then we'll do our empty file equals that. Make sure that this is bnd file. This is file header, and then bytes equals const bytes equals try reader dot read all alloc, not all. We just want a regular read, but we're going to allocate that buffer. We'll do allocator dot allocate u8s of size file header dot compressed size. Okay, and then bytes what am I shadowing? Oh, the original bytes. We'll just do can't do remaining bytes. I'm running out of things to say. Beat bites. You get beat bites for the moment at least. And then array list. Array list equals standard dot array list u8 dot init allocator. And then I'm just gonna delete that because I don't care about that at the moment. And I also think it's wrong. So array list dot append bnd file. Make it a const. And then red bytes plus equals file header dot compressed size. Okay. Then dot files equals array list dot to own slice and then we wanted a list of files, yeah. Right. Okay. I32. Actually, just queue size. It doesn't matter. Actually, what are you? You're an I32, so now you're an I32. Don't have to think. Okay, we're gonna clear it and look at what's going on. Found I32. Expected type U size. Okay. Compress size. Compressed size. U size. Forget that I have to encompass this and then int cast. There we go. Clear. What is the problem now? Externs cannot type. Wait, what? Oh. There we go. Expected type UFOs. 80 bytes is because it's reading in a buffer. Ling. I'll just dispose of that. Okay, more problems. Expected type U8 found BND file. So this is an array list of these. I'm losing my mind. Error union is ignored. Okay. Try. Oh, these should be BND files, right? BND. Okay. Getting all kinds of different errors. I can't program to save my life. End of stream. End of stream. Okay. I guess in that case, let's print log debug any bytes, and then remaining bytes dot length. Any clear. Is this happening on the first instance? End of stream. Compressed size plus equals, yeah. As long as it's less than that. Okay. Like that. Just gonna do that. I'm curious. Length. So that's theoretically the remaining size, right? So the way I'm looking at this is we read bytes until we run out of bytes to read. I'm curious about something now that I think about it. We do have a file count and a file header send. Data offset. That's interesting. I have an idea. I'll leave this alone for the moment. Actually, yeah, we're gonna completely remake this. So we is less than header dot file count, right? Okay. That's one. You're gonna stay down there. Array list, path to BND file, yeah. BND file is file header and bytes, yeah. We're going to get the file header. Read the file. Then we're going to read the compressed size. Buffer. All right. Industry. Clear. Okay, so read files header count. Okay, header file count. We're reading the file. It's failing here. I think I just wrote the file again properly. Yeah. I just realized the bytes, the remaining bytes that I'm reading are the files. Attempt to cast negative value to unsigned integer. Compressed size. What? Huh? How do I get a negative size? I'm so confused. Compressed size. Am I out of order? Compressed size. Flags. 3 and then compressed size. Data offset. We're grabbing uncompressed size as well. Right? And then clear padding before data starts. So I'm gonna cough one moment. Okay, there we go, I'm back. So read file. Header file count is greater than 0. File count. Files. Should download my version of O&O editor. O&O editor. Download. Windows. Yes. Open up, please. Okay. Okay. File, open file. Desktop, SoulsFormat 6, Souls templates, BND3. What was the error? There you go. And then we're gonna open file. Gaming, Steam library, Steam apps, common, Dark Souls remastered, param, game param, BND. Open file. Where's Templates. Install templates. I don't care about any of these. Delete literally all of them. None of this is anything I care about. Come on, delete, 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 delete. Keep deleting. Alright. Add. Desktop, SoulsFormats, Souls templates. All of them. And then I love having to configure my hex editor. And all of that, and then it must be that, and then other. Okay, that's fine, don't care. Templates, Dandelion, DCX. All right. Okay. I am going to resume working on this another day. My brain is turning to jelly. I had a very stressful day at work, but I hope you enjoy watching if you did enjoy watching.